Australia's new megafauna is changing the game, and you won't believe what it means for the future of kangaroos. Did you know that Australia is home to some of the largest creatures to ever walk the earth? Let's dive into the fascinating world of Australia's new megafauna. While the damage caused by invasive species is well known, some argue that these introduced megafauna could serve as proxies for Australia's extinct giants, like the 3.5-ton Diprotodon or the 1-ton Pallarchestes. First, let's examine camels. Australia has over 300,000 feral camels, making it home to the only wild dromedary camels in the world, as they are extinct in their native range. Introduced as pack animals in the 1800s, camels were released into the wild when they were no longer needed, especially after motor transport became common. Although camels are not the most damaging non-native species, they can still cause environmental harm, particularly when their numbers exceed 2 camels per square kilometre. For instance, camels have been known to erode sand dunes, pollute water sources, and compete with native wildlife for resources. On the other hand, they also help prevent wildfires by consuming low-quality, dry vegetation and disperse seeds over long distances through their dung and fur. In some ways, they might even be filling the ecological roles once held by extinct megafauna, like the giant wombat. Next, we look at feral donkeys, descendants of the critically endangered African wild ass. Like camels, they were released into the wild when they were no longer valuable as pack animals, and now there are about 5 million of them living in Australia. Donkeys, with their hard hooves, can severely damage the fragile soil, which can take millennia to repair. They also compete with native species for scarce resources like food and water. However, donkeys can dig for water up to 6 feet underground, creating watering holes that benefit other wildlife and plants. Their role in reducing the risk of wildfires is another ecological benefit. There are approximately 200,000 feral water buffalo in northern Australia, introduced in the 1820s and later released as farms were abandoned. While water buffalo can damage habitats and reduce biodiversity, they also create ponds and wetlands, which are crucial for many species. Their grazing helps prevent overgrowth in wetlands, and they played a role in the recovery of saltwater crocodiles by providing a steady food source. Australia is now home to 6 deer species, which cause typical herbivore damage, such as soil erosion and competition with native species. However, their benefits, like fire prevention, are redundant, since similar roles are already filled by native herbivores like kangaroos. The issue with deer is their rapid population growth, with densities in some areas reaching 50 deer per square kilometre. Dingoes have been shown to help control deer populations, particularly smaller species. Feral pigs, with an estimated population of 23 million, are mostly destructive in Australia. Their digging behaviour, while beneficial in their native range, is harmful to Australia's fragile soils. Pigs also prey on small animals and outcompete native scavengers. Although some predators like crocodiles and dingoes hunt feral pigs, their numbers remain uncontrollably high. There are over 100,000 feral cattle in northern Australia, known as scrub cattle, and around 3,000 banteng, an introduced wild cattle species. Their grazing habits can lead to severe land degradation, especially in areas like Kosciuszko National Park, where their densities are unsustainable. While dingoes occasionally prey on foals, they are not enough to control the population. The main problem with introduced ungulates in Australia is their high population density and lack of natural predators to control them. While there may be ecological benefits for some species, such as camels and donkeys, overpopulation causes more harm than good. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your suggestions for future topics in the comments below. Thanks for watching.